Wait, download.
Oh, update ya.
Update.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna do the observation. Ini dulu aja interview. And we don't have to be too formal, nggak apa-apa. Like just be yourself. And yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna start record in 3, 2, 1. Hello. First of all, I want to ask for consent to record this interview. Is that okay?
It's okay.
What's your name first and age?
I'm Kathleen and I'm 22 this year. 23 this year.
23. Okay. Do you prefer doing this interview in English or in Bahasa Indonesia?
Bebas.
Or both? Both aja ya.
Both. Boleh.
Oke. Mungkin yang aku mau tanya dulu, how long have you play FPS games? Dari tahun berapa sampai tahun berapa?
Since 2022, early 2022 until now.
Sampai sekarang ya. Terus in your daily communication, biasanya lebih sering pakai bahasa Indonesia apa bahasa Inggris?
Indo.
Oh. And also I'm writing this down, jadi sometimes there's gonna be a delay.
Oh, it's okay.
So this interview is gonna take approximately 30 to 50 minutes, depending on our instructions. Terus juga, the purpose of this interview is to explore your lived experiences, emotions, and self-perceptions related to English-speaking confidence and anxiety in FPS games as a female. So for the first section, it's about gaming and language background. Jadi kita yang general dulu aja. Jadi pertanyaan pertama itu, can you tell me about your experience with FPS games and how you started playing them?
I think my first FPS game was Apex actually, and I knew it from YouTube. I watch a lot of like YouTubers or like VTubers like play Apex, and then I was interested in playing Apex, so I started playing Apex around 2021 actually, but I have no friends. And then
Oh,
my friend asked me to download Valorant, so I started there, like grinding and stuff.
so the first interactions with Valorant, these FPS games are dari YouTube, terus dikenalin sama teman gitu ya?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let's go to question number 2. How often do you use English when playing FPS games?
Mm, I mean, if I play solo, I think every game, cause like, uh, pasti nggak ada dong. Maksudnya kayak jarang dong orang Indo
Hmm.
main. Kalau there will always be like other uh kayak misalnya orang dari Thailand, orang dari Singapura. I think our common ini kan kayak apa? Common language yang bisa kayak buat kita ngerti sama satu sama lain kan English.
Oh,
I
berarti
think
mhm.
ya maksudnya kayak saya aku ngomong Indo gitu sama I think they understand.
Nah, kalau misalkan tiba-tiba ternyata musuhnya temennya, teammate-nya itu ternyata Indo juga, do you still speak English atau
Nah,
Inggris?
bro. I still speak English. I don't want them to know.
You're also Indonesian.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, interesting. So, what about with friends?
Kenapa?
What about when you play with friends?
Oh, if I
Do
play with friends, of course I will speak Indonesia.
oh. Question number 3. Actually, this is already apa? Mentioned tadi on the question number 2. It's about what situations do you usually speak English during gameplay? Would that be when you are soloing
Yeah.
atau ada reasons lain? Enggak.
No, no, no. When I'm playing solo. Uh,
Atau mungkin when you play with friends, but they're foreigner friends, right? Or kebanyakan teman kamu main
mm,
orang Indo?
Kebanyakan sih orang Indo ya. Sejauh ini, I think I have like encountered three three people from like other countries like Singapore or Thailand. But like uh, I've played with them like once or twice and then I udah gak main lagi. So
Hmm,
jarang banget, jarang banget.
oke. Okay. Kayak sama sekali kadang-kadang malah nggak main lagi gitu ya. Lebih sering
Iya,
sama
ya,
same friends every time you play.
ya.
Okay, we're gonna go to section 2 now. Kalau section 2 is about speaking confidence. The first question, how do you generally feel about speaking English while playing FPS games?
Hmm, maksudnya gimana nih? Kayak
Kayak are you anxious? Are you like kayak misalkan
oh,
biasa aja atau kayak apa ya? Hati-hati mungkin.
hmm, jujur karena kayak comms-nya itu kalau Valorant itu cuman kayak kayak one A main or like something like that. Itu kayak biasa aja sih.
Mhm.
Jadi kayak nggak gimana-gimana gitu.
Oh, berarti kalau call outs kayak ya udah biasa
Ya
aja, right?
basic, ya basic ini kok.
What about when it's situation kayak apa ya? Ngasih arahan, direction atau plan. Kan
Hmm,
usually itu full sentence kan. How do you feel when you have to do that?
eh, jujur aku sih nggak pernah ya ngasih arahan ke orang. Cause
Oh.
ini lebih condong ke apa ya, lebih ke female role in FPS game in general, kayak apa ya, ya, mmm, kebanyakan orang main game itu banyak yang seksis ya. So, like, I don't
Mhm.
really, like, talk a lot in game. So, kalau misalnya comms juga paling kayak give basic comms, I don't really like to, like, you know, kayak kasih tahu, nge-strat atau gimana. Cause like, I'm afraid mereka bakal gimana gitu.
Oh, take you in a wrong way gitu ya, jadi making you
Iya,
uncomfortable.
benar.
Okay. Number 2, compared to formal settings like classrooms or presentation, how confident do you feel speaking English in games? Kayak bedanya
I
apa
mean,
nih?
ya, kalau misalnya classroom you have to like ini kan, apa, kayak kalau presentation kan full full sentences, full ini, kayak ngomong dari awal sampai akhir kan
Iya,
ada draft-nya, terus kayak kamu ngomong di depan orang gitu kan.
iya.
I don't think, I'm confident enough to speak in front of people.
Ah.
kalau misalnya kalau di game kan we don't see them, ya kan? Mereka juga nggak
Right.
tahu aku. Ya, and then kalau game kan cuman call out biasa ya, nggak banyak ngomong. Jadi kayak lebih lebih percaya diri, I guess. Ya,
So there's like a big difference ya kalau tentang
ya,
formal settings compared to in-game comms.
ya.
Okay. Can you share a moment during gameplay when you felt confident using English? Misalkan kalau dari contoh tuh, maybe when you're doing good, or maybe when you know that your teammates are friendly and not sexist or toxic or anything like that. Is there a
Hmm,
moment like that?
iya, kemarin sih, yang tadi punya temen dari Thailand lebih tepatnya. So like at that time, my username was Bubbly Mew, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a reference from Pokemon, right? And one of my teammates know about this character. And then we started talking right there. Like I don't
Mm,
waktu itu kan aku nggak tahu kalau mereka
yeah.
itu cewek atau cowok. But uh we keep on like talking and then ternyata ya cewek. Jadi aku lebih kayak nyaman gitu. Dari situ jadi temen gitu sih. Kayak kalau udah tahu mereka kayak have similar interest or like udah tahu kalau misalnya mereka baik, friendly, ya kayak tadi kamu ngomong gitu,
Mm-hmm.
apalagi cewek, pasti pasti langsung buka gitu, maksudnya langsung ngomong gitu, langsung
Okay.
kenalan.
New friends gitu ya, make new friends out of that
Ya, make new
moment.
friends ya.
Okay. Now we're gonna go kind of deeper to speaking anxiety. So we talk about feeling nervous and anxious then. But when you are anxious or nervous during your gameplay, speaking English during your gameplay, can you describe that experience when you felt nervous or anxious?
Mm, I would not talk at all actually.
Oh,
If I do bad on my games, I will not talk at all. I will not ini kayak give comms actually, because I'm afraid, jujur,
okay, okay.
gitu sih.
Okay. So, kalau dari pengalaman kamu yang bikin kamu nervous, ada nggak? Kayak maybe yang kamu inget aja. What happened in that game?
Hmm, maybe ini sih, nggak usah if I do good tuh, itu kayak misalnya I give comms also ya,
Mhm.
when I am doing good, itu juga kalau misalnya mereka react s with kayak kata-kata yang nggak nyaman, langsung diem juga sih sebenarnya. Kan biasanya nih, eee, if I not if I'm not performing well, terus aku nge-comms, ngatain ya kan. Kalau misalnya,
Hmm.
eee, if I'm doing good tuh langsung kayak, ya digituin lah, makanya kayak mulai
What What do you
keluar kata-kata
usually
nggak nyaman.
What do they
Apa tuh?
usually say that makes
Mmm,
you uncomfortable? If you don't mind me.
iya iya, it's okay. Kayak misalnya nih aku pakai agent apa Sky gitu,
Mhm.
terus kayak misalnya kayak habis nge-comms, "Oh Sky, you are a girl?" Kayak gitu, kayak mulai situ. Nah, ya udah males
Hmm.
ngomong di situ sih.
Okay. I'm sorry that happened.
It's okay.
Eh. So back to the speaking anxiety. Saat kamu misalkan you did a mistake in the game atau kamu kalau nggak ada sama sekali yang comms in that game, or yang tadi negative reactions dari teammates, does that affect your willingness to speak at all? Atau kan
Iya,
kamu tadi bilang kamu
langsung
masih, aha,
langsung nggak mau ngomong pas
even if
sampai
it's like
terakhir.
small comms juga sama sekali enggak?
Enggak. I would go even further to mute them as well.
Oh, so langsung kayak bener-bener nggak peduli gitu ya, kayak ya whatever,
Ya,
menang gak
ya,
menang gitu ya.
ya,
So berarti teammates is really important ya for your apa ya,
ya. For
apa.
me itu sih.
So does that mean that you prefer playing with friends more than doing solo?
Yes. Sebentar ya.
Hmm.
Ditelepon bentar. Oke, oke, bentar.
Hello. I think it sums up just apa ya, about community juga nggak sih ya? About how
Mm-mm,
it affects people confidence, right?
mm-mm.
Padahal sebenarnya it's a game where we find fun, right? To have fun and stuff.
Ya,
Hmm. Very unfortunate these people exist.
benar.
Okay, now section 4 is more into death, and it might be uncomfortable atau kayak apa ya, sensitive topic. It's about social interaction and gender experience. Karena my thesis kan it's about a female in gaming world, right? So my first question is about how do interactions with other players influence your confidence or anxiety when speaking English?
Eh, gimana ya? Kalau misalnya main solo nih ya kebiasaannya ya, biasanya tuh ada kayak orang pasti nge-comms gitu kan.
Mhm.
If I hear them talking like something weird, of course I'm not gonna talk. Kayak lihat-lihat dulu gitu, jujur.
Hmm.
Mmm, yang pastinya selalu kalau misalnya kayak solo, I will speak English. Karena yang mempersatukan saya buat main di kompe kan cuman English. Kalau misalnya udah kayak mereka nggak mungkin aku bisa kayak, kayak ngerti. Kan kadang ada orang yang nggak peduli gitu kan, buka
Mhm,
mic
mhm.
bahasa Thailand gitu kan, ya itu kan.
Yeah.
Maksudnya itu pasti nggak bisa nge-comms. Maksudnya kayak udah nggak ngerti gitu, udah nggak usah comms gitu.
Oh, berarti kalau kamu udah tahu nih, misalkan teammate kamu sama sekali nggak bisa bahasa Inggris, udah kamu biarin aja atau kamu tetap mencoba arahan pakai bahasa Inggris kamu. Misalkan mereka nggak toxic nih, mereka cuma ngomong tapi nggak pakai bahasa Inggris.
So
Does
I
that
was
affect?
tetap
Hah?
I will speak English kalau kayak gitu.
Tapi
Even though
tetap
they're not
tetap kamu.
toxic, ya nggak apa-apa. Maksudnya lihat-lihat kayak tadi awalnya lihat-lihat kalau misalnya mereka kayak kelihatan toxic or something like that, I will not talk. Tapi kalau misalnya kayak baik-baik aja nih, ya udah.
Hmm, berarti melawan apa language barrier ya?
Ya.
Number two, this is about a gender experience. So, you as a female gamer, do you feel that your gender affects how you communicate in English during gameplay?
Iya. Mmm, itu banyak sih kayak reaction yang bisa didapatkan kalau misalnya kita sebagai female itu kayak, communicate in game. If you do well,
Mhm,
ya mereka bakal kayak, "Oh ya, you so good," apa segala macam gitu kan.
mhm.
But at the same time, if kalau misalnya you're doing like just fine, okay gitu, normal. They kan tiba-tiba ya, mereka bisa troll gitu, just because you're a female. Like, that doesn't make sense, but that happen.
Out of nowhere gitu ya. Just
Yeah, out of
miss us
nowhere, just
all,
ya,
like
makanya
getting a
banyak.
reaction out of you gitu ya.
Ya,
Hmm,
apapun itu bisa terjadi. Karena kayak the ini kan, kayak kayak have you ever heard someone sexist will tell you kayak, "Ya go back to the kitchen, that
iya.
line, bro." Itu kayak udah ini banget, ngapain
Malah udah
cewek main
terbiasa ya
game,
kita dengar
gitu.
itu ya.
Ya, jadi sebenarnya banyak banyak sih,
Oke.
eee, ini yang bisa terjadi.
So
Makanya
this
aku
is
lebih nyaman makanya aku lebih nyaman main sama temen, karena, mmm, kan udah tahu gitu
hmm,
kan udah kenal, kan udah tahu sifatnya kayak gimana.
oke. Nggak bukan last chance, sih, malah kayak no chance of getting those discomfort. Yeah.
Mhm.
So talking about these scenarios, have you ever experienced it yourself? Like discomfort, judgment, or harassment related to your voice, gender, or English use, maybe?
Mmm, lebih ke gender sih,
Hmm.
eee, sebenarnya main solo itu kan gamble ya, teammate-nya dapet yang kayak gimana ya.
Yeah.
Jadi kayak kadang bisa dapet yang seksis, kadang bisa dapet yang baik gitu kan, kita nggak pernah tahu gitu.
But you have experienced them?
Yes. Bahkan yang kemarin kan, yang aku post itu kan bahkan bukan ini loh, itu musuhnya loh, nggak ngomong kita.
Yeah, benar juga. Can you tell me more about what happened there, if you don't mind?
Yang mana?
Uh, yang tadi yang the TikTok one,
Oh, the TikTok
just
one?
in general, yeah.
Mmm, so I was playing Five Stack with my friends, right? Itu kita semua satu tim itu cewek semua, kayak kita tuh pengen have fun aja gitu kan, like kita lagi nge-vibe nih, kayak, "Oh menang nih,
Mm-hmm.
main lagi," gitu kan. Kayak chill aja, cewek-cewek gitu biasa. Nah, terus tiba-tiba we came across ini, this match. Kita belum ngomong apa-apa loh, by the way. Kayak
Mm-hmm.
bener-bener yang kayak diem, nggak ngechat all loh. Musuhnya tiba-tiba udah ngomong kayak gitu tuh, it's kinda crazy, cause like, kayaknya mereka tahu dari username kita sih. username kita kan cewek semua ya. Kayak
Yeah.
kelihatan kayak waktu itu kayak Dubi, terus Third Week, Baby Mew, terus eh Macayol. Itu kan kayak kelihatan girly banget ya. Apa ini username-nya.
Nama-namanya
Jadi
ya.
mungkin dari situ kayak mereka eh kayak ngira aja kalau misalnya kita kayak satu party cewek semua gitu. And out of nowhere, like literally 3 seconds kayak masuk game gitu, mereka udah chat all kayak gitu.
3 seconds?
Ya, literally three
Oh my
seconds. Waktu
god.
itu detik itu 20 berapa gitu. Enggak sih, enggak 3 seconds sih. Maksudnya kayak
Oh, awal-awal
eh
banget gitu ya.
awal banget pokoknya. Itu first round bahkan belum terjadi. 20 seconds before the barrier ini goes down. Terus kayak mereka udah ngomong kayak gitu. And what made me baffle is that there are 2 other girls in their team. Like, it's crazy
Hmm.
that
They didn't defend it. You guys yang malah kayak went along
yeah,
with
they
the guys.
allow, like, how are they allowing these guys, their friends, kayak talk like that is kayak honestly crazy, jujur. Itu sih. Makanya uh, I would say kebanyakan cewek-cewek itu nggak mau main sendiri, solo itu kadang ya, I mean banyak juga cewek yang main solo, cuman kayak for me, yeah, and like many of my friends juga ada yang cerita kalau dia tuh kalau main solo nge-comms juga digituin orang, kayak
Hmm.
di-harass gitu. So like for me it's like apa ya, pasti pasti cewek nggak mungkin nggak ada yang nggak pernah ditoksikin, pasti
Yeah.
pasti ngalamin. Satu cewek pasti pernah ngalamin, nggak setiap cewek sih, pasti pernah ngalamin gitu.
Dan toksiknya pasti selalu ujung-ujungnya menuju gender ya.
Ya pasti
Like the
gender, terus dihubung-hubungin cewek nggak bisa main gitu.
hmm. Okay. So from that encounter yang tadi dan teman-teman kamu alamin itu, how does that affect you after that? Does does
Lebih ke I know it's a game, right? Like
uh-huh,
these things are apa,
bound to happen?
kayak pasti terjadi, kayak
Mm-hmm.
often happen gitu. Cuma maksudnya kayak we share that, kita kita post di TikTok itu bukan buat kayak kayak oh ini cloud or something like that, tapi kayak lebih ke spreading awareness kalau misalnya punya temen kayak gitu tuh stop, kayak eh ini udah 2026, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta stop gitu loh, kayak
Yeah.
doing that gitu sih.
Does that encounter mungkin untuk apa ya, lihat posisi dari teman-teman kamu juga yang lainnya, does that make them feel like udah males gitu main atau apa ya, semacam kayak ya
Sebenarnya
udahlah gitu.
sebenarnya lebih ke ya udahlah karena itu udah terjadi ya. Terus
Aha.
kayak nggak bisa dihindari itu pasti tiap hari ada aja yang kayak gitu kan. Cuman kayak eh, lebih ke buat kita itu em, lebih sering main sama temen aja lah gitu. Ngerti nggak sih? Maksudnya kayak kalau misalnya kayak lebih membuat kita kayak nutup diri, nggak mau kayak ini sih, nggak mau kayak sembarang solo lah, udah males kayak gitu terjadi gitu. Jadi kayak mending main sama temen aja yang kita udah trust gitu.
Eh, tapi dari kejadian itu tadi kan enemy-nya kan, walaupun main sama
Iya,
teman but it
walaupun
still
itu
happen.
ya, even my friend yang ini deh, aku ceritain aja ya. Temenku itu dari salah satu dari 5 orang ini tuh dia suka solo. Dia suka solo dan dia juga sering di-harass kayak kayak apa ya, di-harass kayak, "Oh, lu cewek ya?" Terus kayak di-harass pakai bahasa Inggris kayak
Hmm.
eh kayak "You are a girl, cannot play blah 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 blah," gitu. Cuman dia sekarang lebih main sama temen, terus kayak jadi jarang solo gitu loh. Jadi dia main sama cowoknya aja gitu.
Hmm. So the impact,
Kayak
mhm,
impact-nya lebih ke
negatif banget ya.
jadi males ya, jadi kayak males gitulah ketemu begituan.
Okay. Thank you for sharing this story, Chai.
Iya.
That was the last question for section 4. Sekarang kita balik lagi ke uh, impact of gaming on English learning. So question number 1, in what ways do FPS games help you practice or improve your English speaking skills?
Mmm, sebenarnya lebih ke, eee, maybe communicating. Kan kalau misalnya for me for
Mhm.
me itu, eee, aku sering baca sesuatu yang apa, sesuatu bahasa Inggris kayak misalnya kayak reading reading a book in English, kayak even kayak on daily basis isi TikTok-ku Inggris semua gitu kan. Like
Hmm.
ini, tapi mungkin kalau misalnya kayak prakteknya apa, prakteknya ngomong di game, mungkin kayak gitu sih.
Oh, berarti lebih ke confidence in the speaking-nya aja
Ya,
ya, not like vocabulary atau
mhm
pronunciation gitu udah it's all learned outside of the games.
mhm.
Oke. Berarti kalau gitu untuk nomor 2-nya, kalau repeated exposure to English through gaming itu uh, does it change your level of anxiety over time? Karena kan kamu sering nih ngomong bahasa Inggris pas kamu solo atau segala macam ngomong bahasa Inggris. Does that change the
Mhm.
level of anxiety despite all these toxic encounters?
Enggak sih, kayaknya enggak,
Sama aja ya berarti ya dari
ya
awal.
sama aja, heeh.
Eh, tapi menurut aku untuk kamu speak up di TikTok waktu itu it's a really apa ya? It's a really good thing to spread awareness, apalagi maaf aja ini to male juga. Karena banyak yang
Ya,
gak sadar mungkin cowok ini nggak ngelakuin tapi punya temen yang kayak gitu dan mereka
mhm.
baik-baik aja gitu.
Nah itu yang dipermasalahin.
Right. But it sucks that some females are experiencing this type of behavior and then instead of apa ya, instead of making them more confident in speaking, malah nurunin gitu ya.
Ya, mhm.
Ya, hmm, oke. For number 3, how has long-term gaming influenced your overall attitude towards speaking English? Kalau in gaming itself. Pas kamu main Apex mungkin atau pas sampai sekarang, does that
Kenapa?
influence anything like your attitude? Misalkan dulu kamu apa ya? Dulu kamu tuh masih lebih mungkin bahasanya lebih anxious untuk ngomong, tapi sekarang kalau ada yang toxic, you are more brave to stand up for yourself atau kayak gitu in the game itself.
Depends actually.
Oh, depends.
Ya kan sebenarnya tuh, kadang ya kalau misalnya ada yang toxic gitu kan, terus aku lagi mood ngeladenin nih, ya bakal ngomong balik, kayak misalnya lagi kayak males ngomong, terus kayak digituin tambah males lagi gitu. Like
Hmm,
actually depends actually, yeah.
okay.
But I guess I could say that I'm more I f I feel like kayaknya aku mulai berani gitu loh buat ngomong sebenarnya. Karena dulu itu aku pasti nggak mau ngomong sama sekali.
Oh, it kind it does affect or
Mhm,
influence ya your
ya.
attitude. Jadi lebih berani ngomong, lebih berani apa ya, mulai duluan ngomong gitu ya.
Ya, dulu aku sempet experience this one time, the first time I've encountered a toxic lobby in Valorant kan. Jujur itu pertama kalinya aku ditoksikin dan aku kaget banget
Hmm,
sampai aku takut waktu itu. 'Cause one of them itu orang Indo, terus dia kayak nge-add, terus dia kayak literally kayak harass yang kayak parah banget gitu, lebih parah daripada di video.
yeah.
Dan itu terjadi like 2 years ago. Nah, di situ tuh aku langsung nggak mau comms. Dari kejadian itu aku nggak mau comms, sampai terakhir I get better at the game, terus kayak mulai main duo, trio gitu kan.
Mhm, mhm.
Terus kayak mulai ketemu sama orang-orang kayak temen-temen yang kayak berani ngelawan gitu. Dan di situ kayak aku mikir, ya udah deh, kayak sekali-sekali gitu kan, kayak, and it actually felt good gitu loh, kayak maksudnya kayak, ah, bodo amat orang ini juga nggak punya kayak ini, kayak they're being rude first gitu loh, kayak udah
Hmm,
gitu.
ya ya. Jadi kayak more like standing up for yourself rather than being toxic juga gitu kan.
Mhm, mhm.
That's good. That's okay. We are actually on our last section, itu reflection. So, first question, when you reflect on your English speaking confidence before and after years of playing FPS, what differences do you notice? Selain yang tadi kamu bilang lebih berani atau apa? Tetap main solo dan masih comms gitu-gitu. Is there anything else? Misalkan kayak do you find out other English word or vocabs through the games yang bikin kamu,
Mmm,
oh, I know the words. I'm confident enough to use it as well. Gitu.
nggak ada sih,
Nggak ada ya?
kalau itu nggak ada. Ya,
Berarti nggak. Do you think there's no differences that you notice through
nggak
this
ada sih.
speaking
Ya,
confidence? Cuma yang tadi aja ya?
ya, kalau secara kayak ininya nggak ada sih. Kalau kayak belajar apa gitu, nggak ada.
Okay. I have one last question. Ini pertanyaannya, it's only about anything else you want to share about your experience using English while gaming atau any message that you want me to put out there on my thesis? Kayak the awareness maybe?
Ya,
Anything else?
lebih ke awareness sih, kayak, eee, stop stop being toxic sih, kayak it's just a game,
Hmm.
after all, at the end of the day, kayak you never know, kayak kamu toksikin orang gitu kan, kayak faedahnya apa sih gitu, kayak
Hmm.
kalau misalnya orang itu lagi ha lagi bad day gitu, kayak in general bad day, kayak who knows, kayak itu bakal bikin mereka lebih kayak feel worse gitu. So like, ya gitu sih.
That's a really good message. I hope that kedepannya nanti, and I hope also my thesis can make a difference untuk orang-orang yang baca kayak that us female have it hard trying to enjoy a game gitu kan. And I hope that
Iya,
we get the same apa ya, same fun I guess or experience
mhm,
with anyone else walaupun random segala macam because like you said it's 2026. Girls can play games too. That's it. That's all. Ada lagi.
Udah.
Dah. Okay. Then that would be the end of our interview. Thank you so much, Chae, for helping me with my thesis.
Let's go.
I think you were going to be mentioned on my thesis.
Let's go.
Part of my thesis.
Let's go.